Hi everybody, it's HebbieDobby here. Just checking in with you. Wanted to do a reflections vlog on P2 and P3. Um, I started my journey on round one P2 on November 6th of 2010, and I ended my round on Christmas Day. Looking back, I wished if I could have done round two again, there wouldn't be a whole lot that I would change. Although, when I started slowing down on weight loss, I kind of started tweaking with things and being a little bit more lax, adding vegetables, mixing vegetables, and whatnot, and listening to vlogs of people doing interruption days and correction days and not really seeing actual interruption days permitted on Simeon's protocol. And I wished I would have stuck with the Simeon's protocol a little bit more. It was really hard though. If you're a newbie and you're listening to a lot of vlogs, you're going to hear a lot of things that everybody does differently. And it used to be that I thought that there was just little differences, but there's big differences. So you need some kind of a baseline to kind of gear off of. And I'm going to suggest that you take Simeon's protocol pounds and inches, use that as your baseline, and then anything you hear or you read on Facebook or see on YouTube that maybe you kind of use that as your testing ground as your benchmark. But I think I ended P2 well. I lost 33.3 pounds. It was 46 days. I remember just looking at my journal that I kept, and on day 25, I had lost 25 pounds. So I was losing an average of a pound a day up until about then, and then things started to kind of slow down a little bit. So it always makes you wonder if maybe a long round versus a short round, which one's better. I don't know. Um, I really got addicted to the regiment of P2. I loved it. I loved the structure and was very, very nervous about going into P3. Another stage where I felt like I was resisting being on P3, didn't like it, wanted to go back onto P2. There was structure, I didn't have to think. Um, and so I kind of expressed that quite a bit in some of my vlogs, and then later on went into the next step of the grieving process because I swear it's like acceptance, denial, fear, whatever in the order fear, bargaining, anything. So I went into this stage of acceptance thinking, while I'm in this stage, this is what I'm going to be eating like for the rest of my life. So might as well enjoy it. And so I challenged myself just to stay within my LIW range of 4 pounds, either two above or two below, and started to really enjoy and love some of the foods that I was preparing. I learned how to make crackers and mug cake and the mayonnaise and things like that. I think the biggest accomplishment was the crackers, making crackers, because I wanted something crunchy. Of course, everything crunchy seems to be either pretty starchy. So I later learned that my cravings were gone. I was not having cravings for anything. And I really meant it on my last vlog when I said that you could put me in a bathtub full of ding dongs and ho-hos and whatever and Hostess cupcakes, and I wouldn't eat them because there's just no desire there. Then last week the rubber hit the road and stress entered into my life. We had flooding here. The rivers were flooding and the road washed out, and my friends were on the other side and are still trapped. I think they have electricity now, but they've gone almost a week without electricity, you know. But they're also trapped. They can't get out because there's no road. Um, So I felt a lot of stress from that because I felt helpless and wanted to eat. I wanted to eat, and it wasn't a craving kind of eating. It was a craving, satisfy an empty soul. And I didn't know how to handle that because before I would match my cravings with the desire to eat, and then I would know right what to dash for. But when I have that desire to eat, when it's an empty craving, there's no craving, I didn't know what to do because it didn't make sense to me to eat when I wasn't hungry for anything. So that was kind of an epiphany that I've had in the last couple of days, is just realizing that I was just wanting to eat because that's what I did in my past. And so I had to really do some soul searching. So P3 has been interesting. Being on this, I'm on P4 now, but it's not much different than P3 for me. If I have some bacon or something that has little sugar in it, that's about all I do as far as introducing sugars. If there's a tuna salad and it has a sweet pickle chopped up in it, I'll eat it if it's my good mayonnaise, because it's just a little bit of sugar. And I'm under LIW as of this morning by a pound. And so I'm feeling like P3 has been a huge success, but I've gone through cravings, no cravings. Hunger? No, that's not hunger. I want to eat, I want to gorge, but I don't have the desire to go gorge on anything. I love the foods that I have. I don't know how I would have done it without the Maria Emmerich cookbook. I swear, you guys. Of course, you can get all the recipes online too. You don't have to get the book. I like the book because it explains why our bodies do what they do. So here it is. I'm on P4. I'm 2 weeks away from loading. I guess it's Super Bowl Sunday weekend is when I'm going to be loading. I didn't know that. Um, so I am gearing up for another adventure. A little bit more cautiously when it comes to vlogging. Not so much, I'm very guarded when I share my opinion right now. I've been kind of squashed a couple of times. Um, but, we run that risk. Newbies, if you're watching this, if you're considering HCG, it is the most wonderful protocol ever. You'll be amazed if you can get your game face on and get your head on straight and go for it and really search your soul and figure out what's right for you, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and then make this diet protocol your own. You're going to be so successful. I have been overweight since I was 10 years old. I'm almost 54, and that's a long time to be morbidly obese. This is going to take me rounds and to get all my weight off, but it's worth it. So now I'm feeling a little bit, sad that I'm going to be leaving the P3, P4 arena because I see now that this is the way I'm going to eat for the rest of my life. And I can eat this way for the rest of my life. I can make anything I want, any kind of food, and bring it down a notch into the more healthy arena. Um, so I'm real happy about that. Anyway, um, I think I'm going to close now. I've got a couple of shout outs I'd like to do, but I think I'm going to hold off. I think I'm going to put that on another vlog. So I'm going to get this one sent out and uploaded, and you have a good weekend, and I will be vlogging pretty soon. Okay? Take care. Bye.
Your illusions and the doubt will fade. The journey has just begun to run. trust in your heart. Don't just see with your eyes. Believe and you'll find that the truth cannot hide. This dream is real. Take a look around.